All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. We have a review for you, and this is another knife from my buddy Andrew Haubert. But first, say hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powder Toast Man, Log and TV, and Choo Choo, and let's get started on the KnivesFAST channel, guys. This is the Bark River Knives Bushcraft Scout. Now, by the way, if you're watching this video, you're a guinea pig because I'm trying something new with my lighting to try to help with the focus. They're Bark River Knives. Very, very cool. And so we'll talk about this knife. Guys, Andrew is an awesome friend of the channel. And you guys know a while back he sent me a LT Wright daily carry. And boy, I guess the experiment's not going too well. There it goes. LT Wright daily carry. And I ended up buying this thing because I loved it so much. And we're going to talk about this one because we're going to do some comparisons between that knife and this knife. This is not really helping, is it? Well, yeah, it actually looks pretty good. It's just the lighting is so much more stark, but that is pretty awesome. So I'm going to brighten this up just a touch. I told you were guinea pigs, didn't I? All right, we're going to brighten this up. All right, we'll see if that helps. So really, really cool. I love this one. And so, guys, I wonder, has Andrew done it again? And the answer right off the bat is, I do want one of these, just can't right off the bat, money-wise, but I will be getting one of these down the road for sure. Andrew convinced me. So, leather slip here, good retention. You do have a place for a fire steel. The belt loop was too tight for my belt. So it was a pocket dropper for me. That's how I carried it. That's my only real drawback on this knife at all. Great stitching on the leather. Very nice. Now the retention isn't like, you know, super grabby. You can see there, but it's not coming out. I mean, that's really the key. All right, so here it is. The Bark River Buscraft Scout. Now Bark River, Andrew usually gets these from DLT Trading, I believe, all his Bark River knives that he has. This is incredible, okay? So let's start by saying thickness, guys. This is less, this is 0.93 of an inch thick. So that's like uber thin. And now you can see it thickens up a little bit in the tang there, and you have these great red liners. And just gorgeous, guys. This thing, now we'll read a little bit more on this. Now this is, I believe, a black micarta. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. I got too many knives on the brain. It's black micarta, but look at these handle scales, guys. Very, very nice with the flare right here, the flare in the middle, the flare up here near the handle, and it just grabs your hand. Now I compare this, I should have had this out, to the handle on my Line Steel M4, guys. You know, I love this one because of, again, that same pattern here. You see that? Very much. Now, this is a bigger knife, so it fills out the hand even more. This thing, by the way, if you want a good size, like, you know, this is more of a woods carry than an EDC, although I have used it for EDC, and it's filthy because I just used it outside the other day, helping clear some brush and stuff. Believe it or not, yep. Love this knife because of this handle. And again, a really awesome leather sheath, just like those two have. Now, this guy is really, really cool because of that. Now, it is thinner and smaller than that M4, but you still get the same purchase. Now, it is a 4-finger knife here for me. I come right to that lanyard hole, and you can see there, very nicely done. Now, the jimping is fairly aggressive, but it doesn't hurt or anything like that. It's just, it grabs you. Really nice. You got a bit of a guard right there, and you do have a sharpening choil, as you can see. Now, look at that. Beautiful satin finish on this blade. And just gorgeous. Now, you have the flats are also satin, and then you have a flat grind coming down. And because you start with this ridiculously thin blade stock, you end up with a ridiculously, look at, no effort, guys. I'm not kidding. I'm going to hold this with, well, you got to hold a little more than that, Casey. But, you know, I'm just not holding it with a lot of pressure, is what I'm trying to say. Very, very nice. Now, let's see, fold this out. I got too much stuff on the table here. This is not agreeing with me. There we go. We'll come right here. But it is just, there we go, so thin and slicey, and it is making a ridiculous cut. Now, I did a video. All I've done since I got this knife is strop it. I did a short the other night where I took some phone book paper and just ribboned it like this. So good because it's so thin. Now, let's just talk. You know I love the LT Wright, and I thought it was thin. Okay, hold on. I got to get my hand behind there. I thought it was thin stock. Come on. There we go. Oh, you're not going to focus, are you? All right, Ren and Stimpy, get out of my face. There we go. I thought it was thin, but compared to the Bushcrafter Scout, the LT Wright is thick. Now, the LT Wright is a little taller, so that blade has more room to sort of come down and get thinner, but this is absolutely more thin. And you have a nice piercing tip here. It is what I would call a spear point, and there is your Bark River information there, Magna Cut steel, and they're made in Michigan, of course. There's your compass rose and the first production run. Andrew gets in on some of these cool ones, very much so. That thing is a heck of a cutter. I bet you, I have not tried this in the woods yet because it's not my knife. I don't take other people's knives and do feather sticking and things like that. This would make a fantastic camp knife for that kind of task. I wouldn't be batoning with this one because of the thinness, but I bet you this would make a wicked, wicked camp knife. Very much so. Let's lay this out and do our comparison to the LT Wright, because those of you now, so the LT Wright is smaller. This one is a great size, and again, we'll just do our normal comparison knives, and this guy, the Rat 1, is going to be larger by a little bit on the handle, a little bit on the blade, and the Rat 2 is going to be a little bit smaller in both dimensions there, as you can see. So really, I mean, there's not a ton to say because, it's so simple. It's a very simple knife, but it's just so beautifully done. And again, made in the USA, so you can't beat that. Now, I'm going to have a hard time giving you guys a price on these because I can't find them available anywhere. There is a $25 Magna Cut pre-order going on as we speak on DLT Trading, and you can pick all kinds of choices for your liner color. You can pick your pins. You can pick handle material, and then it, I believe, will add up your price. It kind of gives you a pricing chart down below, but it's hard for me to really give you guys what the pricing will be. Now, this is 7.85 inches overall, 3.75 inches on the blade length, 0.93 on that blade thickness, and Magna Cut. So just really cool, and it clearly says $25 is not your final purchase price. Real quick, just because I want to do this for you guys, we're going to get our scale out here and just see what the weight is since it's not listed. All right, so without the sheath, 3.4 ounces. With the sheath, 5 ounces. So very cool. And just out of comparison, we're going to see the LT Wright is 3.5 ounces. And with the sheath, 5.4 ounces. So really, they're very comparable, very much so. And again, I would eventually like to have both of them. So there you go, guys. Really, really awesome knife. And man, like I said, if you want a sharp knife, when I stropped this thing, it came back to a wicked sticky edge. This is, I don't know what their number is, nor do I know what the heat treat number is for this one or for the LT Wright. But I got to tell you, these seem like two companies that probably have the heat treat done right. It's hard for me to say that in all definitiveness, but I'm betting on them that they have it right. They are just so incredibly done. And this thing is great in the hand. I will be very sad to send this back to Andrew, if I'm being honest. So there you go. Thank you guys for for watching this and hearing me ramble. Please give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think down below. And thank you so much for your support and for watching the Knives Fast channel.